Go into your working folder, look for butterfly.ai, and open him up, or her, whatever. We're going to talk about in this lesson something that I really do find valuable when working with the Live Paint bucket, and that is called gap detection. So let's go through the numbers. We select our Photoshop document. We image trace. Do we like what we see? I think I need a little bit more in this area. So I'm going to go up to this button right here, which of course is my options. And threshold is what I want, I think. Here's the eyeball. I can go back to the original. You can see there's more there. And so I think I need more threshold. And so I'm going to crank that up a little bit. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's close that. Click Expand. Let's bring over our swatches. And let's just select the tool. We don't have to tear them out. Live Paint bucket, right there. Okay, click to make it a Live Paint group. And we're ready to go. Let's make them bigger. Let me use the shortcut for that. That's Control on a Windows system, Command on a Mac with the plus or minus keys, and zoom in a little bit. Let me move them over so it's not crowding out underneath our swatches over here. Here's the other thing I like. Kind of hard to tell what's going on over here with all these anchor points. If I come out here and use my temporary selection tool, that's Control in Windows, Command on a Mac, and just click, I can still work. And now I'm not distracted by all that stuff. Let's pick a nice color for the back of the wings and click there. And come down here and click here. And let's come over here and do that area and say this area up here. And then maybe pick up a different color and start working on the pieces of the wing. And watch, it's that selection, that little black arrow. Watch for that, and for the red to surround the area you want to do. And let's do one more area over here on this wing before we move over and find our problem. And you start coming over here and you go, well, wait a minute. Those areas have got yellow in them, and they shouldn't. Well, you can see the gaps. I mean, you can't miss them. They're there. That meant that when I did my threshold, I didn't use enough. So what do? Go back? You don't really have to. There is something called gap detection. I really do like it. Now, where do you get it? Well, let's do this. Let's zoom in some more. Why not? So we can really see them. There they are. Let us select our butterfly. Go up to the word object, down to Live Paint Gap Options. Now, in Gap Options, you have something called Gap Detection. Find them for me and close them. So we turn it on. Now, we have a custom gap of 3 pixels. Those gaps must be bigger than 3. Now, we could increase the number if you want to do it that way. Or you could go to, say, medium right here. Let's see what it does. See, it got them. Now, I can turn that on and off so you can see that now. But if I were using a color like red as a background, they might be harder to see, to be honest with you. But you can see, there they are. We got them. Now, I can choose to close them with path, but I don't want to do that because there are other areas it thinks are gaps. And if I close them with paths, I've got all these extra lines going around. So I'm going to say no, close them, but I don't want to see the path. Make it invisible. Click OK. This is cool. Watch this. Pick up a different color. Actually, the insides were these blue. So let's pick up our Live Paint bucket and Alt. That's Option key on a Mac, Alt in Windows, click. Pick that color up and come over here and watch. It works. Isn't that cool? Now this one was a green. Let's go ahead and Alt Option click over here again and start filling these in. Now if we deselect it for a minute, let me make that a little bit smaller. You can see the gaps still exist in terms of being visible. But the cool thing about it is the paint stops at that point. Gap detection when you're working with sketches, because sketches aren't perfect, can be used to close areas off and create, well, exactly what you want. Don't forget you've got gap detection. I'll let you fill in the rest of the butterfly.